Welcome to the Algarve here for IFWL. Lepari will set his first flying lap as Johnson comes across line with 48.354. Lepari comes across the line. Jensen yellow flags. Lepari going up into 5th place. What's happened to Boris Jensen? Yellow flags were set, and we'll see on this replays. And it's just slow at the moment, and just stopping out on track on a momentary basis. Boris Jensen. Can he extend his current provisional pole lap time to be even further away from Fabrim? And he goes even quicker, a personal best, Sector 1, the fastest Sector 3 at 1:45.216, and he's done. Boris Jensen will take pole position for the start of the Algarve, as Fabrim will line up next to him. Ejin in the 2nd row, lining up with Mike Johnson, Lepari and Mackie in the 3rd row, 5th and 6th. It's such a tricky corner as you have to feather on the throttle pretty much without oversteering and losing control of the car. That goes to everyone, even experienced drivers struggle with that corner. And the uphill braking zone, or just over the crest once again, and Alkina still slower despite the tyres now being properly warmed up. A 1:34.481 seems to be the actual representative time here. Al Shaif, last week's race winner, 1.7 seconds away from the Toyota Just Alkina. Alkina's got to make it all through the 3rd sector if he wants to extend his provisional pole position gap. And it is the fastest 3rd sector, but it's not enough to beat out his personal best. Yogma in the pits, Leary still in the garage. Let's get back on towards the TV cycles. Michael de Gore now sets the fastest lap time, a 1:34.367. It wasn't a personal best 1st or 3rd sector, but that 2nd sector has made up all the ground there to take away provisional pole from Just Alkina. Speaking of personal best sectors, Alkina, purple sector 1, but we did mention about that corner. Lost the rear. It's such an easy thing to do. Don't blame it on him. It's just how the track works. Al Shave now making his way through this particular corner as well. Making it through, but he's 6 tenths out down on Sector 1. Alkina's lap was looking good. He made up the difference in Sector 1 alone, but wasn't able to complete it. 3.5 minutes. Yogma in the pits. Hawks still out on track, and Leary still in the pits. And Al Shaif has abandoned this lap time. De Gore, it's a net improvement as long as he matches his previous 3rd sector, which in itself wasn't his personal best. De Gore comes across the line, and he goes quickest. He was already quick. He's now 5 tenths ahead of 2nd. 1:33.977, locking up into turn 1, but that won't matter in this moment in time. He's got his lap time. Yellow flags because he's in the gravel trap at the tricky corner. We've mentioned this before. He's off at the same place. That's at Samsung corner, turn number 8. And yellow flags for Michael de Gore because he's on the gravel just at the exit of the hairpin of Torre Vip. Nobody is setting their personal best. Al Shaif is down his lap time, so is Alkina, so is de Gore, and it looks like that the leaderboard will say how it is. De Gore takes pole position ahead of Just Alkina. Al Shaif in 3rd, Yogma in 4th, Hawks in 5th, and Leary without a lap time in 6th place. The start-finish line approaches and green flag gets underway, and the Aston Martin gets a decent start, but just Arkina, the acceleration on that Toyota, he's going to hang around the outside for the first corner, and he's going to be right behind the Aston Martin. Toyota goes slightly wide of just Arkina, but it's all pretty clean heading through the first couple of corners. The Toyota going very deep. That allows Al Shaif to take advantage of it and get a better line through the third corner, and they'll go to the inside now. The Toyota will have to somewhat defend this. Tyres are cold, remember. The Ferrari at the hairpin will go down the inside perhaps for second place. But Al Shaif, very tentative, hangs to the impacts as much inside as possible, as Leary in the background trying to fight against the Cadillac. It's side by side between Arkina and Al Shaif in towards Samsung corner, and we saw a mistake here from just Arkina in qualifying twice on cold tyres. How can it affect him? A bit wide and losing traction. You know that was just about to happen, and that's Al Shaif in the wall. Arkina in the background also cutting across the grass. Meanwhile, in GT3, Boris Jensen getting off to a good start, as Fabreem in second place, Alex Egan in third. They've all gone off pretty well without too much drama. Just Arkina now up into third place. An overtake versus Philip Hawkes. An overtake for P3. Philip Hawkes a little bit wide, the wrong line through the last corner, and Arkina takes it swift and simple. In terms of energy levels, it's all relatively simple here. Everybody in the 77-76% range, except for Al Shaif, who came into the pits after that first lap collision. Lapare choosing to go low on his first stint in terms of virtual energy, the Aston Martin of Mackie, going out significantly wide and into the gravel at Samsung. That's Paul Mackie in the Heart of Racing 27 car. Yellow flag in Sector 2, it's a hypercar. Well, which hypercar is it? Just scrolling through to see who it is. There's a hypercar stuck on the... Oh, it's Philip Hawkes, and he's missing a tyre. The number 847 Cadillac is missing one of his tyres. Let's get a replay on what exactly happened to Philip Hawkes. There's not a replay to pick from on my point of view. He's just... That's at... okay, his front left is missing. That's obvious to tell, but that's at Samsung corner. The one that we shouldn't say anymore because we've seen a couple of victims now. As Philip Hawkes with his left front missing is trying to rejoin onto the track. But there are some cars heading into this next corner. They've got to be wary that there is a car on the outside. They're fine now. The HUDs will be telling them, you big yellow flag. Watch out for a car reversing now over the crest. I do wonder what Hawks' plan is now after missing one of his tyres. That's Leary in the Peugeot, giving him a good old push to go over the crest. Or trying to push him somewhat in the right direction. But missing his tyre, it's going to be a harder job than usual, to be fair. And now he's onto the sidelines. Let's get back into GT3. .4 seconds now between Jensen and Fabreem. 2.5 seconds. As Philip Hawkes has made his way and is still reversing out onto the track. De Gaulle now has a Ferrari catching up to him. He's going to want Algarve to try to unlap himself perhaps, but De Gaulle's pace. 15 seconds now the gap. Yeah, the flag's been set once again for Philip Hawks, this time on the inside of, what is that, turn 12? Or turn 11. He's still trying to make his way back into the pit lane. Oh, Mike Johnson in the Lexus, losing a rear, but manages to catch it. Good on him. He's done very well there. We haven't talked about Ejin, Johnson, Lapare much. Philip Hawks, Ejin in the comfortable third place, 16 seconds behind Fabrim and 9 seconds ahead. It's Mackie with yellow flags now, and this is at the exit of turn 5, the hairpin. Let's see what exactly happened between Mackie, just lost the rear at the exit of the hairpin. And now this is where the move is done in this particular corner, because you've got to have the best exits possible. The GT3 in the middle of the last corner though won't help either one of the two cars there. Okay, the McLaren stays to the inside. No impact there, but Arkina all over the back of the Porsche. Front bumper to rear bumper. Now switches to the inside for Arkina. They'll be side by side over the start-finish straight. The Hypercar, number 7. It's a swift move for the Toyota. No harm done. A little bit wide, but keeps that place. And it's a well done, well set overtaking move for the Toyota. Let's get back to this GT3 battle, because for moments, yeah, it climbed to over a second between the 157 and the 31 cars. And Jensen pulling away from the Porsche by about 3.5 tenths of a second there. Last lap, Jensen versus Fabrim. Jensen quicker than Fabrim. What I noticed there on Fabrim's onboard, the short while we were on it, oh, Lapare, yellow flags. And it's a mistake. Oh, I believe that might be a rain affected. The Mustang trying to get back on track, but oh, very close to losing his rear wing in the barriers. And we're starting to see the rain put a spanner into the works. The Porsche flashing its headlights. The BMW a bit slow at the exit of Samsung compared to the Porsche. Slowed down the Porsche more than he would have wanted. And this might be able to get a bit spicy. Jensen trying to explore the racetrack, trying to figure out where is the grip while it is a bit wet. And the Porsche looking to the inside, turn 13. It's an opportunistic overtake, but for the race lead, Fabrim up into the top spot. Jensen, who has been leading this race from start to now after about 43 minutes, he now loses the race lead. It may be his final time coming through these roller coaster corners. 15 seconds, 14, 13. Does he slow? Does he push? What does he do? 10 seconds left. A man on a mission, doesn't stop, doesn't wait for anybody. He goes again for the white flag to be raised. 3 seconds now, and the clock runs to 0. So this will be De Gaulle's final lap. After 90 minutes of Portimao, it's been a lead that he hasn't lost from start to finish, if I can recall correctly. And, well, you can't say that it's not deserved for the Aston Martin. The correct strategy, the correct timing, the correct driving, I guess. I mean, like, not making too many mistakes except for 2 occasional spin-outs at turn 13. But it's been somewhat of a great drive, regardless of how you see it. For Fabrim, let's get some words to him, because he's drifting, losing a bit of rear traction at the exit of the hairpin. Fighting against Jensen, overtaking Jensen, and staying there. Not getting any penalties, he's doing relatively well here as well. But as De Gaulle comes through turn 13, and through the last couple of corners, There's no time left on that clock. Round 3 will belong to Aston Martin. De Gore, the 009, will come across the line now over the crest to win here at the Algarve. Well done to De Gore, Michael De Gore. And first place belongs to the Aston Martin. Christian Fabelin, next one to come across the line. I guess in class as well, because Fabelin, a well-deserved win for the Porsche driver. Wow. Johnson crosses the line just ahead in second place as Al-Shaif, a recovery drive after pitting into the garage after the first lap, up 1 place from where he started. Second place for Al-Shaif, last week's race winner. Second place this time, a good result for the Ferrari. Alex Egan coming across the line to finish in third place after a retiree on the first lap. And Arkina will come across the line now to take the final podium spot for Toyota. Long, hard-fought battle with the car, with the conditions, with the track, and well done to just Arkina. And bang. And well done for the majority of the drivers coming to the end. Jogma coming across the line in 4th place, Jensen in 4th after leading for the first half of this race. To one unserved stop go, one misplaced stop, one misserved stop go, and one properly served stop go. Puts him out of the podium in 4th. Lapare in 5th place. Christian Fabelin doing donuts to commemorate his win. Well done to Fabelin. But that will be the end of round 3 here at IFWL for the Multiclass Championship. We appreciate you watching wherever you are. Pity the wet sim payoff. Yeah, extremely unlucky. All good.